trial is reopening, guys. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2. And in the last episode, we started the trial for Nekomaru.
Hello, I hope your day is well.
She took the words out of my mouth. I hope your guys' day is really well.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart is thumping like crazy. Might as well have a laid-back, so-what attitude and go ahead with the high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say every other time, don't forget to save frequently.
My PS4 is plugged in. My controller's plugged in. I'm good to go. Alright, what's going on now?
Ugh. I never expected the funhouse to be the ultimate weapon. Oh, well, the fifth breath ahead.
Is it really alright to accept the situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure like with Nekomaru's murderer.
Is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie about such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much he didn't want to die?
He's right. There were times where I thought I could be a stepping stone for your hope, but I will sincerely retract that comment.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
And you say such falsehoods per usual. There is no such thing as a murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for the sake of one's desires, even if one is diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine, let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. And just so you know, I'm not like getting hungry or anything, so just so you know. Akane, you're drooling waterfalls. Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, then why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Nekomaru's cause of death. He's horribly damaged. If he's beaten senseless with a blunt object. If he's beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't kill. The killed it wouldn't utilize the building structure. So what is Nekomaru's cause of death? It's also utilizing the building structure. I would say falling, because yeah, he had to have fallen. That's it. He might have died from falling. Died from falling. The funhouse's secret is that the structures, both towers and houses, are vertically connected. And then the killer must have used the height to cause Nekomaru to die from falling. Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from? I don't know. They had to have used the wire and the doorknob. Just my feeling. I'm not sure if that's true. But that's as close as I can come to any way that could use the building structure to be able to do this. But how would they have done it? That's the thing. Don't go making such things up that you know the method. Where in the building would you have been able to push someone off from in the first place? It might be possible in the tower. Or it could have pushed him for the 4th floor when the elevator was on the 1st floor. Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door to the 4th floor won't open. Haha! He's saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell. But my gut's going crazy right now. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove him from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind the incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Yeah, seriously. Oh, I don't know. Oh dear. It's the good night button. Yeah. The broken doorknob or that. When the elevator was on the 1st floor. Can't go through the door on the 4th floor, huh? It'd be impossible to shove the victim from up there.
Then how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor. And they made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? Oh, it's a moving object! Wait! Oh god. The other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't move either. It was a moving it was the moving object with the good night button, because he had the good night button. He said it would it would have been possible. Sensor. Moving object. Yeah. But who's smart enough to do this? Who would have pushed the button in the back of his neck? I can only think of one person, and I'm hoping it's not true. That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside the elevator, sensor wouldn't have detected anything. Could it be his sleep mode? Nekomaru's goodnight button had been pressed as function shut down when he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor shouldn't have noticed him, right? I see. So that's how. However, even if they had moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes. That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest! Now you're calling me a pest? Not a good day for Kazuichi. Not a good day. A way to create the drop from inside the elevator while Nekomaru's still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what could that be? The doorknob, wasn't it? It had to be the doorknob. Wire. Yeah, broken doorknob. Broken doorknob with a wire. If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause a drop within the elevator. So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right? Do not interfere. The arrangement is the hammer is suspicious. Isn't about the time we went over that pillar again? Or the oil on the floor? See the doorknob on the floor, yes! Oh, frick! Yeah. Don't be so cold. Oh, jeez. No, wait. It's not that. It's the wire to the doorknob. Oh my gosh. Man, shut up. Again, why would it be the doorknob to the doorknob? Doorknob to the doorknob. Gray. Yeah, why would it be the doorknob to the doorknob? No, it was the wire to the doorknob. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? Yeah, this is what I thought. They could have dropped him with... Yeah, oh my gosh. I didn't want to be right about that, sadly. I thought there could be a complete... God. It might have been when the scrape by the wire is the same wire that was tied up around Nekomaru. The tip of the wire was tied in a loop. The elevator moved when the loop parts were hung from the doorknob. If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right, he was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire when he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire to a knot and then hung it on the doorknob on the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. Oh, buddy. And suspended Nekomaru in midair. That's right, he was so well hung. Kinda like that. Kinda like, you better not...
You better not finish that sentence.
He was technically well hung. I mean, did you see that bulge? The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. Okay. What do you got for me? So what if they created the drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die like that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, how do you get him to fall? Because even if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Oh, what are my options? Wire, tip over pillar, hammer, clock alarm, alarm. Radio clock or clock's alarm timer. Oh, yep. Oh, friggin'. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, okay. I agree with what Kazuichi is wondering. A certain difference inside the clock tower was used to kill Nekomaru. The answer on the counter. Okay, I advanced anyways. Doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible he fell on his own. Oh, damn it, that was it. Sleep mode. Yep. I fucked that up. Oh. No. Damn it, it's overcome. He's going back to the original. Damn it! Oh, no! Oh, I hate this. I don't like this because I see what it's making me do. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Someone can push him off. Sleep mode. Okay. Fell on his own. Oop, there we go, sleep mode. He wouldn't have been in sleep mode because of his alarm timer that would have woken him up. What do you think would have happened if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair? What are you saying? Like, how would he even woken up? He has an alarm inside his body, and as long as it was armed, it would deactivate his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru. If you woke up from an alarm and then realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that. Yeah, without realizing what the fuck was going on. Then in order to make him fall, he forced from the force he was generating. The wire was hung onto the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks were caused from the wire that were near the tip of the doorknob, right? But Nekomaru didn't fall from the wire when the wire came off, right? He fell because the entire doorknob came off. When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled more than expected which caused the doorknob to break off. Wait, that was unexpected for the killer too? That's probably it. If they knew they left behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up. The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power. The fierce roar, Nekomaru put out his hands and grabbed the doorknob with both hands, but... Clatter, 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 clatter. Not yet. Here comes the... okay, I got it. He loosened the doorknob with his power. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was. The clue, that's the clue that Nekomaru left us to find. I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death. Do you finally understand now? Yeah, it appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not even a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Thank you for admitting it, buddy. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? I'm a fucking pig. You can say if you can say so. No, I believe you gave it your all. Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore? This guy, does he get off on this? Yeah, humiliation and being yelled at by a princess. I mean, remember. So, thanks to the alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling when he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he would just crash straight to the floor, of course. You know that too, right? That doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight to the floor. And the moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing that I can think of with happiness to him is that he collided with the pillar. Yeah. And when Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it? Finally, the pillar! So that's how the pillar shattered. And why was there oil spilled all over the place? See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right. Well, the pillar was just a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that or if it was just a coincidence. At this point, it's quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer. What about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. If we map it out from there... Hold on, baby gangsta. Stop calling me baby gangsta. No, I'm gonna keep calling you baby gangsta. That's the best name ever. Beautiful. Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.? You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And now that's impossible. Because even though I slept a little, I got off of the tower at 7 in the morning. Now that you mention it, so did I. There's no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai-Chi, so I left for Grey Tower before 7 a.m. If we found Nekomaru's body by then, it would have been before 7:30 the alarm went off. It appears that yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru's died at 7:30 a.m. if you went to the tower at 7? That's what I want to know. Mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. I can't choke up at a time like this. I'll be able to reach the truth. I should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Okay, what are my choices? Wall clock or radio clock? It's wall clock or radio clock? I'm gonna go with radio clock for now, and we'll see what happens. We headed for Great Tower before 7 a.m., that I'm certain. But the alarm in Nekomaru's chest is set for 7:30 a.m. Oop, I didn't want to do that. Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right? His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion. The killer probably did some tampering. Mess with the clock. Yeah, mess with the clocks. They were mentioning 5 a.m. and stuff like that. Like, how is... I don't know. No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with. So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock? Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with. The clock inside Grape House? No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's right. I asked you to wait, that's what I asked you to do. You listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed. There is no possibility that the time was tampered with. We must doubt that human testimony.
Please believe me. You're not lying.
But then, maybe it's a misunderstanding. Gundam has a crush on Sonia. Silly. I never misunderstand. I'll crush into dog food. This is time-related contradiction. I don't think I should. And I love the little Gundam in the corner with his blushy face. Oh, the blushy face. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. Should I double check the clock? I should doubt the clock? No mistake that something was done, but was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Oh, I gotta do a logic dive, don't I? Think and focus. I should be able to answer that mystery. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. Logic dive. Oh, jeez. Woo! Woo! Whoop! I got too fancy. I apologize. I did it again. Exact same thing. Exact same place. Trying to trick me, huh, bro? Trying to get me flustered and not doing it right? Question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? It's the time in the building. Why would it be anything else? Talking about time here, guys. Time is important! Time is of the essence! Being lame. I apologize. There's no way I can make this more exciting. Oh, that was cool. That was really cool! Oh, and I jumped off. Oh, dippy move. Dippy, dippy, dippy move. Okay. Let's do the logic time. Let's do the logic time. Woo! I'm misjudging. I am misjudging the ability to jump further because I'm scared my depth perception. It sucks. Give it hope. Give it hope, buddies! Yes. Oh. That is what I'm talking about. My depth perception is not good. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Okay, there we go. The perception is a little better. Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't make me jump anymore, please. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. It could not have been anything else. The building's clocks. Because to Nekomaru's was impossible. Nakamura's clocks would not be broken. The semblance of a game. Interesting. Oh, Jesus! I was not expecting that. Ooh. Oh my god, what? Game, we're friends. Oh, I am doing so bad at this. Good lord. The boom. The boom. Oh my god. Kellyanne, stop. Take a chill pill. Relax. Breathe. Oh, I am bad. I am bad at this game. I don't know what the hell is going on. I am scared. Hold me, somebody. Why am I doing this? Oh god. Okay. Okay. Third question. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses. I can't believe I got that right. Okay, yeah. Everything was wrong. The only time that wasn't wrong was Nakamaru. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko? Yeah, and none of the clocks had the wrong time. What if all the clocks were messed up? All the clocks? Even if you checked the clocks inside the building, there's no way you would have noticed it.
So, I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what that was. There's no way I would know that.
It's truly fantastic.
There's no way, this is no time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off? She's right, that's the main problem. To clarify how much time was off at the time the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach there in one go. It was a half hour. At least a half an hour. That's the alarm timer. If the building was all messed up, the only one we can rely on is Nakamaru's body clock. The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m. The problem is what would be in our time. Is there any clue that can be used to narrow that down? It was only when I heard the sound that when he fell, it would have been a great clue. Or his scream. It's not his they let out a scream. Man, Nakamaru's alarm. I've heard it too. There's no point in saying that. Why aren't you concerned? There does not exist in this world. I wish I could just how do I even figure that out? Hold on. Oop, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. I'll look at the thing really quick. I can't remember whose account it was. Oh no! Okay, it was Akane's time. It was Akane's thing. We can only survive around Nakamaru's clock. The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m. No, okay, it wasn't. The problem is, what time is 7:30 in our time? Included the use that to narrow that down. And somebody fell. Yep. Yeah, the time he fell. But how would we have known that? How would she have known that? That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it a rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was an earthquake, so I went back to my sleep. Was that the sound when Nakamaru fell? It was a huge body. He fell from the 4th floor to the 1st and the pillar with it. So obviously we'd hear an impact sound. We heard that noise too. It was when we were gathered in the Strawberry House lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Well, that sound that everyone heard, I did not hear it at all.
Huh? You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
No, I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is the rumbling noise anyways.
If we were using the rumbling sound as reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. That's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
That rumbling sound I heard was at 5:30. It's like 2 hours. forget how she knew, though. Mars' alarm went off at 7:30. If we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our clock time was off by around 2 hours. 2 hours? That much? We're starving pretty bad. Oh, yeah, because she looked at the clock. Okay, I'm dumb. There's no way we wouldn't have noticed. Plus, the funhouse has no windows, and there weren't any Monokuma announcements either. However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious, so they could just lure out Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you mess with the clocks and use a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was splendid success. That's all that means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used that specific thing. You're trying to lure out Nekomaru. What that specific thing is, the clock's alarm.
You mean the clock in the lounge that Fuyuhiko and the others heard? But Nekomaru didn't go there. What's the point of learning all that? Are you suggesting the killer and Nekomaru took a stroll to the scene of the crime? Just the two of them?
Was it? Fuck. Okay, what would it have been then? Specific thing. I'm trying to learn Nekomaru. Oh, Monokuma Tai Chi. Okay. Duh, Kellyanne. That's right, the killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning. How did they use that?
We're required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7:30 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
They wouldn't have been able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him into the tower by himself at the precise time.
But I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. If that time was shown 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize that Monokuma meant what he said when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez, how outrageous!
Honestly, I didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma.
Oh! We all ditched. Because of the time. Okay. It turned out like that after all.
I guess it can't help.
Okay, that makes sense now. You said everyone, you included us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. Well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that. Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault? Well, too bad. Liar, I'm right!
It's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects is drastically decreased.
Huh? Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You know, I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko is gonna say next.
What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going to the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that the rumbling occurred, so that's what it is. Nekomaru died when that rumble happened, and whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect. Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time? I remember now. I was so loud I couldn't help but bolt from my room, but there was only one guy who never left the lounge. They were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that the bastard never came out of his guest room. Which means that one person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it? Who's the bastard? Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Oh, it would be, unfortunately, as always, Nagito. Yep. Why? The only one who wasn't there was you, right, Nagito? That's right, Nagito wasn't there. But wouldn't that make him the only one who does have an alibi, technically? All of you were there, but... I'm trying to remember. I keep coming back to how there were certain people who could not hear the rumbling sound, which included Sonia and Chiaki and Nagito, who did not hear any of this. And I know why. Oh my god, no! No! Oh god. I was right. It can't be anybody else. Oh, fuck me. It was just me, Gundam, Fuyuhiko. You didn't come out even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You were in your room, were you? If that's the case, where were you? Please say something. You don't hurry and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
Couldn't? What do you mean? It's merely foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never heard the rumbling sound.
Couldn't? You're definitely fucking lying. However, it is also true for me. It's obvious I did not hear the alarm in the Strawberry House. I never did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them. Same goes for me too. They all had deluxe rooms. There was only one other person who had a deluxe room, but they were with them. Why? I'm about to rage again. Can you guys think about it? Who was the only other person among them who had a deluxe room? The deluxe rooms were soundproof. Insulated and soundproof. That's why. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh. That did not come around. That did not even hit me. Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it. What does that mean?
You still don't know? Think about what the three of us who didn't hear it somehow have in common. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
We didn't hear the rumbling sound. Were Nagito, Chiaki, and Sonia. The secret was they were in soundproof rooms. Yup. Oh, I got your hand. Okay, be right back. Okay. Yeah. At this point, I know who did it. And it makes sense. And I'm gonna cry. Fuck. Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are... The guest rooms are divided by a quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The studio room has so-so insulation, but is pretty decent. And the carving room has severe airflow and drought problems. The reason we could not hear the rumbling sound...
That's right, it was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now then, you guys must understand right now the true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec, why does that lead us to who the killer is?
Why? Because of the fact that a very important clue and decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive fact? Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. And I'm about to start crying right now. The killer among us. Killer Nekomaru. I am not happy! I'm not having fun anymore! I'm actually really not having fun anymore! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm went off in Strawberry Lounge, you rushed over there too, right? What's wrong with that? The bell of catastrophe rings through the night. Is the universe's providence not to stop it? Why were you able to hear it? Oh, sorry, stop. Hear what? I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear the alarm? Huh? Now that you mention it? Gundam? There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge, am I right? Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me? Yeah.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed in the lounge for a while, am I correct? Until the moment the alarm started ringing, right? If If you were in the lounge that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized his alarm test, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance. Like putting Nekamaru in sleep mode and tying him to the wire. In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekamaru at the tower. I lost all my energy, guys. Which means Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekamaru and the killer already at the tower. Unless they tried to get back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was in the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to the room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room, and they weren't planning on coming out going to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm and the rumbling sound and thus proven they were in the room. Just like us. The
best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they were planning to personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it would have given the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Oh, baby! Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's the louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making noise so suddenly. Why'd you come out? You should have hidden until the excitement died down. If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went into his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, it would have been ideal, but...
How ironic. Oh, I'm sorry.
How ironic. The moment that Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam, please, you can at least say something. Answer me this, including myself and my 4 dark days of destruction, how many ears do we possess? Huh? The answer is 10. That is right, I possess 10 ears. Which means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may not as well exist. Is that your argument? You bastard, do you understand the situation you're in right now? I do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At this time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right, that's all it was. The world is always so simple. Are you saying if it's a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect? And yet, I am being suspected by all of you. It seems that it was actual horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're gonna decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyways. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, the class trial, this killing, is merely the opening act, you know.
Hey, what do you mean this class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce.
Oh jeez, what?
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored I might just develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened to you? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later and finish this opening act.
You said opening act again. Please hold on. We've yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. He can't argue. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam? I was simply at a loss for words of how dumbfounded with your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny its very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the very beginning. Since the beginning? Based on your assumption, I hung Nekamaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm in the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I have been able to travel between both houses anyways? I see. The haunted elevator was broken. As I recall, the killer tampered with the gray pulse control panel, which shut the elevator down. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the grape house side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have been left at Grape House. For that reason, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House. What's wrong with that? If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't have been able to return to Strawberry House. However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. You did the final death room, didn't you? Which means your assumption is clearly wrong. Are you serious? I thought it had already been decided. Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction. That's wrong. When he said something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Oh, baby. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Oh, I don't even know. What the frick? Okay, let's hear this through. That elevator was the only means of travel. As long as the elevator was broken, your assumption collapses. Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House. If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House, since I was at Strawberry House at the time, that question following the crime is impossible. It would have been different had they had an accomplice. Or they used a secret passageway! Yeah. Why don't we stop this already? Oh. Yeah, it was the secret passageway because he probably played Russian roulette. Alright. I gotta slow it down. Yeah, gotta capture that. Contradiction is wrong. I don't want to be right in this. Elevator was the only means of nope. It was not. Unfortunately, it was not. There was the secret passageway getting to and from. No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator. Such a method does not exist! Why don't we ask the person who actually used that method? I'm not happy. Nagito! Fuck you! Let my baby live! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? Oh my gosh. Nagito, why are you here?
Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House and the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez, once again I let the reserve course show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the octagon, which leads to the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yep, I knew it.
After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise, I end up in the Monokuma Archive, which is the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected?
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room, once you can pass through as many times as you want.
If they used a secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted. Oh, baby, why are we doing this dance? Let's stop doing this dance and then go do other things, like cuddle with hamsters. However, what if the killer is unaware of the existence of the final dead room? There's no way you didn't know. It is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should have stopped with your scrutiny. There's no way I could stop. What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Sorry, baby. I don't want to do this. Really don't want to do this. Oh my god, that took for fucking ever. The perfect secret passage exists. The secret passage was in the octagon. Say the killer went to the octagon. Oh, nope, that's it. I don't even care anymore. That was awful. I thought I wasn't gonna get anywhere with that. Okay. Sorry that took so long, guys. I am apparently really bad at shit. A wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain and the door in the tower. Those are all items that weren't in the funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only way that I could think of is in the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains, too.
Since those items were used in this crime, there's no way to doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage, too. It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end listening to Hajime lecture some of the very long summary of the case, but there's no reason to waste time on that anymore. Not on this opening act, so I'm gonna end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to Nekomaru, wasn't able to get to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tries to go over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did whenever we found out the elevator was broken. Well, obviously he had attempted that at the same place. We didn't know this at the same place.
Okay.
Also, the button at Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. By surprise, Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on, if Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, why would the killer have done that then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but if they had failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened and come up with a different plan. And without the Thorisky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all. I'm gonna continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on. What did you just say? I didn't battle.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I cannot ignore those words.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Fools. Do you not understand? You do not understand at all. You make me laugh. After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all. I don't understand anything? What does that mean? It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish. What do you intend to do? Obvious, I'm going to destroy your illusionary assumptions. Are you saying you still have more? Do you have a room to argue? Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I would have had to get behind him. It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru. Before Dark Davis, you have hamsters that'll do anything. That's how you did it. It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation. Just as I thought, truly frail, succumbing so easily to a simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations. That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong. Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I am satisfied. Little hamster on the back's like, oh, okay, I won't write this one down this time. Let's see, I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with their own overwhelming power, and as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet. I guess you really don't want to admit it. And just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Sobbing, turning up the television just a little bit. Oh god, whatever! Fever, 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 fever. Don't care, 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 don't care. Maybe this hurts. This is not. I have lost all energy. I've lost all happy. I've lost all fun. You gave me a pair of your underwear, darling. Why? What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Why am I missing? I'm back. Fever again. More dark. Oh, fuck. No, that was wrong. Fuck my life. Fine. Back into fever time. Let's do this. Fever time is so broken in this game. It's great. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter if I miss. I can abuse the fuck out of this. Okay. 4 dark devas. Why? Why would you do this? Why? I'm actually really upset right now. Like, this is not funny anymore. I'm not happy. I'm miserable right now. If you didn't get behind Nekomura, you should have been able to press the button on his back of his neck. As long as you had the power, and the power of your hamsters with you. Oh. Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the back of Nekomura's neck? Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but that would be possible for Gundams. In fact, we've seen what with our very own eyes, right? Emissaries of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through supernova, silver fox. Press the button? Truly, this is the skyline lamentation of lamentation of the demon mouse. Soon, the Destroyer of Destiny shall be. Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Oh, baby. Hey, with your friends, they're definitely smart-brained. It must have been possible. So secretly to get one of them behind Nekomura and press the button on the back of his neck. How about a Gundam? And not just myself, but you are actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it. Admit it? Did you say you admit it? It appears I have obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine. Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifices anywhere. Now trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands. Crying a river. Okay, but actually we are going to cut the episode off here for now. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Please like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this every other day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.